your HOT6 GSL. My conscience is telling me, baby, even though I hate you, I wanna love you.
Code A
And even though I can't forget
at the GSL.
I really want you.
Sartosis and Moonblade here. Having a good time so far?
Man, it's been the best of times. We've had great games, great conversation, and it's only getting started. We're only halfway through here, man.
Yeah, that's true. We have Cure versus Sacsri next, and I gotta ask you, what happened to Cure? Because he was like, hey, I'm the next Maru,
Yeah.
and then what? What happened?
I wish I knew, man. Like, he kind of just evaporated after a while. Like, he's like, I'm so damn good. His TVZ was looking like the best we have here, and then he just kind of vanished for a while.
Yeah.
He just, I don't know, like he needed a break or something.
I was so impressed with his TVP personally, myself. Like, he was the guy that's like, oh, no. They have a bunch of units, you drop on them. Stalkers, yeah, they're weak. You just drop on them. You lose 2 Medivacs, it's fine. You kill all the Stalkers.
Oh, man.
But, you know, he kind of, like, didn't keep going as far. Like, what did he get? The round of 4 in his really breakout season?
Yeah, something
and
like
then,
that. He got deep, man.
And then he didn't really do that much since then.
He looked great in Pro League as well for a time there.
Yeah.
Just, after a while, just maybe burned out or something.
I was really excited about him.
Yeah, I still think he's a great player, though. I still think he's going to do some real damage today. I'd be surprised if Sacsri takes a game. Maybe.
Oh, you think that much?
I think that much. That's how inspired I was by his DVZ back in, start of this year, maybe last year. Like, Sacri's got his work ahead of him in a big way. Sacri's a great player too. Yeah,
and Sacsri, he's got like kind of a funny story because if I recall correctly, he was on SK at the very beginning. Did like okay-ish. He was like kind of this aggressive Zerg. Went over to Europe. Still did all right. Like, he had like a very nice dream hack.
Yeah, he won
against MC. Yeah. Oh yeah, that was like the epicest finals. Oh my god, that was good. Really close finals against MC that he ended up winning, and he had a few good tournaments here and there. Here he is. He's back in Korea. But I mean, he hasn't done anything that makes me think he's gonna like crush.
No, certainly not. I mean, as we can see, he didn't make it into S1, S2. He got the round of 32, and here we are in Season 3. Member of My Insanity, huge team. Got to meet a lot of those guys over in Europe recently.
Yeah, I mean, they actually have a fabulous StarCraft roster.
Yeah,
They have Rain nowadays. How sick is that? What a pickup that is.
Yeah, that's like one of the best pickups you could ever get, man. Yeah, they're a huge family. A bunch of great guys and gals. And now it's Cure. Now Cure, he made it to the round of 48 last season, and this season he's still going.
See, what is this? This isn't what I was expecting from
Absolutely
him.
not. You'd expect this guy to go deep, man, like round of 8, round of 4. This guy, he has that potential, and he has shown it in the past. It's just, what happened? No one knows.
Yeah, he was like #1 on the Korean ladder and stuff. I don't know, man, but maybe this is a season where he starts climbing right back up. Like, I think you're right. I think he will absolutely beat Sacsri.
Yeah.
Which gives him, some time. We don't know what group he'll be in Code S, but it'll give him some time to practice up and get his Code S groove on.
Yeah, absolutely. And here are the maps: Iron Fortress, Terraform, Cactus, Coda, Echo, TVZ. I don't mind this map pool at all. It's going to be some pretty healthy macro games. Iron Fortress probably the most interesting one to start things off on because it is such an open map. It reminds me a lot of Merry-Go-Round in a lot of aspects. Hellions, and you've got to do a lot of work on this kind of map.
Yeah,
it's so open.
Well, we will see how this one pans out. What's your prediction on score? Do you think it's a 3-0 or something a little bit closer?
All right, I'm going to say 3-0.
Okay.
All right, I'm sticking with Cure for this one.
I was waiting for you to flip-flop to 3-1. I was going to tell you were a coward. That's literally what was going to happen.
That was like the only other option I was thinking of right then. But I'm going to stick to my guns on this one. I have a lot of faith in Cure's TVZ. He impressed me a lot in the past. Sacsri, though, he is a great Zerg player. I shouldn't talk him down too much because I think he could do some damage here today as well.
I think Cure is going to 3-1 him.
Okay.
I think that Sacsri is... Like, Cure, we haven't seen him enough lately.
Yeah.
And I know that Sacsri is a good player, and I think that he can at least take a game off of Cure here.
All right.
And who knows? Maybe do better than that, even. Symbol did a hell of a lot better than we thought he would.
Certainly.
Alright guys, here we go. Sacsri going up against Pure in the Code A.
Up here in the top left, we do have the Zerg play from My Insanity.
Sacsri.
Ooh, you just got that in.
Yeah, I shouldn't have said My Insanity though, because then the guy said it. So I doubled up.
That's true. Down here in the bottom right, we have the player from Generic Green Wings.
Generic Green Wings Cure.
Oh, I shouldn't have said that. I should have learned from your mistake.
I taste this.
Oh, I just don't learn.
It's alright. We can be in this fail boat together.
This fail boat?
This fail boat together.
That was a whale of a fail.
Kira. How is Kira going to open this up? I wouldn't be surprised if it was a CC first, but it looked like it might have been a Reaper opening. Some fans in the audience struggling to hide their faces.
It is insane how big those cacao emotes are.
Oh, man.
There's like, guys, you know, like WhatsApp or something? Like, basically, here it's called cacao, and that little face is from it. And they have so much merchandise in Korea now, it's maddening.
It's way too big. Oh,
he brought his sweetheart here, or maybe she brought him here.
Date night, they're getting married.
Are they?
I don't know. I mean, if she brought him here, they should.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to.
True.
It's a keeper. Well, it is going to be that Reaper by the looks of things. Actually, no, it's a little bit later of gas than that. Perhaps a simple factory, some Marines to stop any Overlord scouting.
Maybe factory after CC, perhaps?
Yeah. And on the other side of things, we're just seeing that standard sort of hatchery first. Gas before pool. Look at this. Sacsri, he beat Pet Deer. No, he lost the Deer.
Yeah, lost the Deer.
Beat Pet twice to get here.
Okay. I mean, Pet is actually someone, like a rising Zerg that I've had my eye on for like 2 years now. And every time I see him play, I'm like, I think this kid is going to be good one day, but I guess he's still not quite doing it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, losing to Cure in the qualifiers is not something I would fault him with. You know what I mean?
Certainly not. No, certainly not.
But losing to Deer, that's not a big deal. Deer's kind of been on a recovery of his skill.
He has a lot of ups and downs.
Yeah.
Like, that guy's looking like a god one day, and next day, like, it's a train wreck.
He's had a few excellent Pro League games, that's for sure.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
Certainly not where he was at the end of 2013, where he was just so silly good. Oh, I guess he figured everything out. All right.
Yeah, right. The Marines, looking for this Overlord. They got a good place to do it if they can check the right place. They're waiting for it.
Oh, if only they caught him, that would be so huge for Kier. Oh, he's actually like, he's staying for it, right?
Oh, man. Well,
if he comes back and gets it, that's so painful as a Zerg player.
Yeah.
You hate that.
It puts you behind in a big way, and he's going to find it. He's going to kill it. There's no escape here, not from 2 Marines.
Now, when this happens to you when you're laddering alone, I'm going to give you some options at what you do.
Okay.
Do you cuss under your breath? Do you shake your head? Do you frown? Do you slam the table? What is it? What exactly do you do? You're alone?
I'm not a slammer. I'm not a slammer. Never have been.
You don't seem like a slammer to me.
No, I'm usually everything is inside my head.
Yeah.
And I look really angry.
So you don't, you just, does your brow go up a little bit?
Usually I'm just like, I curse.
Okay.
If I'm alone, I just curse. I'd sign like, damn it.
I kind of give a little grimace and shake my head slightly. But if like 3 or 4 things like that happen in a row, then I like yell the F word. And then I hear a counter yell from the wife to not yell the F word.
I mean, I've watched your stream before when you've been streaming some StarCraft.
Certainly.
I've certainly seen stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's nothing wrong with
totally.
it.
I'm not making that up.
I mean, it's healthy too to like, you don't want to contain everything.
No.
You gotta have a bit of a
You're gonna spread my creep.
bit of a release. Yeah, spread your creep. Sure. You can go with that one. Oh, we're gonna see a minivac. So Marine drop with Hellions. Yummy. Are we gonna see a armory? Is what I want to know.
Huh.
The Bailey Nest is in.
Quite yet. I think he would start it by now, so that when he gets across, it would be ready. So
Yeah.
I'm thinking no armory this time.
Yeah, I wonder. I mean, it's still you can do so much with Hellion Marine drops just with Hellions. You don't have to make them Hellbats by any means. They're going to do a lot better at hiding Banelings and Lings as well. And you know, Sacsri is completely ready for this though. Like, he has made the correct build. He got the Bailey Nest at the perfect time.
Yeah, solid play overall. Like, I can't really say anything negative here about what I'm seeing from Sacsri. He's adding that 5th queen right now, which definitely can help out.
Oh, he's going for that 3rd as well. This is a really great idea from Cure. No, creep.
He could actually get this. If he actually gets to kite some of these banelings a little bit, that would be amazing. But looks like he's letting the queens come up and tank a little bit, get everything more into range.
Oh.
A nice flank by the lings. A little bit late on it, but the baneling's going to go ahead and run in, start killing off quite a few marines.
Yeah, look at that spread. Very nicely done. I don't think he has enough to clean up the lings, but still, big trade-off. Oh, whoa.
A couple more Hellions come out, but the queens are there. And you know what? Some really nice defense here by Sacsri.
I do like that.
Do you want to withdraw your 3-0?
No.
I'm only giving you like one more chance.
No, I still got faith that Cure's going to follow up here. I believe. But Sacsri is looking fantastic. He's going to get these Hellions. Right now, I want to change my vote.
You want to change your vote now?
No, I'll still
Wait.
Oh, man.
You want to change it now? 3-1?
No, you know what?
You want to come on the 3-1 Artosis train?
I'm going to go down with the ship, man. I'm going to go down with the ship. I'm going to take this on the chin. You know, I made my call.
All right. Well, I mean, the game is absolutely not over. These guys were like kind of joking here. It's not like game over because Cure did nothing with that.
Yeah.
It was a great defense by Sacsri, but the game can definitely still go very long from here.
Oh, certainly, sir. I mean, he's going to get that 3rd base up and running. It's about putting it down and securing it. And once he gets a bunker in place and the war machine begins for Cure and that parade push across the map happens, anything can happen. And it's really about the multitasking as well of both players. If that drop comes into the natural at some point, it does too much damage.
We do have a spore going up. In fact, 4 spores going up. Just make absolutely sure that this Banshee can't do too much damage to him. A couple drones do go down, but there's no cloak, so
yeah,
he's pretty fine with just a few queens and the spores as defense.
Pretty expected on this map to go for Banshees like this, because it is such a big map. You know, Hellion Banshee always kind of the bread and butter for the bigger maps, the more open maps. So playing it safe. He's just playing a very well-rounded, safe game right now.
We do have that 3rd base being taken with good time here from Cure. Baneling speed started before Aspire. I always actually do like to see that.
Yeah.
As important as mutas can be, that Baneling speed is going to add this huge layer of protection and the possibility for aggression if there's a slip up by Cure.
Yeah, and you could even go for, you know, like a 1-1 attack behind this. You know, Lings are being made right now. It could just be for safety precaution. 1-1 is lining up nicely. And I wouldn't even be surprised if he just goes right into 2-2 from here. Like, delays the amount of mutas he can have out. Just because he'll have like such an upgraded advantage almost. And it's just going to keep him a little bit safer as well.
Yeah. There's few things as important in Terran versus Zerg as upgrades. And that's from both sides. So definitely would agree with you. I'd love to see that. I love that I'm seeing actually a Roach Warren and an Infestation pick go up right now. This is some cool play from Sacsri. I like what... +1 ranged attack, Moonglade.
What?
Moonglade. What am I seeing?
I think you're about to see Roach Bane, maybe even some Corruptors behind this.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, let's see. You know, Spy's going to finish soon enough. He always made that Infestation pit, so... I'm curious to see exactly what this composition he's making is going to end up being. But I think it will be that Roachling Bane with Corruptor would make sense, judging by what he's made so far. Or maybe he just wants a little bit of everything.
Cancels, goes melee. I was so excited for something cool.
Like a little bit of that flavor from Dark, perhaps.
Yeah.
Just a mistake after all.
Oh, wells.
Oh, well. So lots of Lings on the way. Mutas begin 2-2 as well. But, you know, at the same time, Cure going for that very fast Drilling Claws on the mines. 2-2 as well on the way.
I feel like we've been seeing Drilling Claws being upgraded a lot faster than we used to in the last couple months.
I actually think it is so important. It's such a big upgrade, and it makes... It changes Widowmine to do a completely different unit, because you can't just engage on them. You can't pick them off. You can't surprise a Terran at all. Like, they'll always get the plants off in time. And dropping as well, like, you have a very hard time running your units away before they hit drones.
Well, looks like this Banshee wants to come in for some harassment. Not sure what it'll really get done. Mutas are on the map at this point, so it's not really a useful unit anymore. We do have the double factory, of course, producing these Widow Mines, getting quite a few. 2-2 on the way for both players, but Sacsri's is faster.
Oh, look at this big counterattack coming towards the third. Still, you know, I think Kira's close enough to help deal with this.
Yeah, Kira gets into position in just a matter of seconds, so no problems yet. But that's some really good creep spread from Sacsri.
Yeah, he's going to keep him safe for a very long time from every avenue. It's going to be a hard one. But there we go. There's that mine drop that I was thinking was going to happen with that drilling claws. Just, it's so hard.
Oh yeah, you lose drones no matter what. It's just crazy.
And I think we're just going to see Kira play this a little bit cautiously, try and just deal with the creep before anything else.
Yeah, I think you have to be super methodical here as Kira. Oh, nice quick repair there by Kira, fending these mutas off for now.
Beautifully done. Same time, we're actually seeing mines hit drones right now. 6 have gone down so far, and the Observer knows none the better. Oh, look at that hit.
Oh.
Damn, that happened.
That's crazy. 13 drones so far killed this game by Kira. Sacsri only at 167 supply. That hurts against the maxed out Kira.
Yeah, that's actually a scary thing, and that is Kira, man. Kira is so good at just getting that army up and running. You know, he even failed the early aggression, but it doesn't even matter. And here we go again. Mines looking for hits. Oh, luckily hits that muta first, though. But look at this concave at the top of the ramp.
Well, very powerful amount of banelings rolling in here. Doesn't really have that many mutas with this, but he will go ahead and clear out most of this army.
Mines. Viking looking for a bit of action.
You know, I feel like that was actually completely fine for Kira.
Yeah.
Like when you make that many banelings and use them all up. The thing is, he has so few mutas. He has 8 mutas or 7 mutas right now with 8 more on the way. It's just like, what does he have to go into the late game with? Not a whole lot.
No, I mean, if he's making the hive now there, so he has that intention of transitioning, which is kind of rare when you for a lot of Zerg players. You know, they'll stick on Link Bane muta for as long as they possibly can, and even just go down with the ship if it fails.
Well, I think he really wants 3-3. I feel like 3-3 is going to come first, and then Ultra Scavenger when he can afford.
I think that'd be smart. I think it's good to try and keep up with the Terran upgrades, especially if you're up a base. You're in a great place. You've defended everything so far. You have great creep spread. If you maintain the same sort of upgrades, that's like such a big advantage.
Yeah. Well, we do have him pick off this drop. That was nicely done, but the creep is going back, and only spreading on the right-hand side now is Sacsri. So Kira is definitely making progress across this map as he does float, his fourth base over.
Yeah, once again, great position here with the buyer, just making sure if the Link Banes want to go up and want to try and engage this, it's going to be a very costly fight. And now 2 turrets in this line.
Alright, some pretty decent harassment. Flying around a little bit. Still only 15 mutas, not like a super scary number yet. But he does have that 3-3 on the way. Did just start that Ultralisk Cavern as well as his 5th base.
Yeah, look at this. It's like you're going to move forward. Got to be careful though. So many banelings are going to be going into the mineral line here. Lifting as well. Oh, not paying attention here either.
Wow, some good explosions there by Sacsri. Definitely takes down a whole lot of Marines.
Yeah, big
that is
shot.
a lot of banelings going away again.
Oh, no. Whoa. You just find the baneling hits again and again. Still fairly even in supply, but has a fairly decent amount of economic damage. But at the same time, a Widow Mine drop happened again.
A little bit painful there, no doubt. It is 25 workers killed by Kira. But Sacsri got 16 now. He is starting to do a little bit of damage across the map. A lot more Banes on the way. His 3-3 still incoming, but we do have Kira's 3-3 about to finish, so that's actually a big deal. That's going to be a window for him where his battles are way better than Sacsri's.
Yeah, that is such a big game changer. Once again, going for the quad mine drop. And one thing we haven't noted, but is such a big deal as well, as that 4th base turning into a planetary down there. There he is. That's going to make Kira's like, it's going to extend the game for Kira by like another 5 minutes, man. Like when the Terran gets a 4th at this stage of the game, it is so hard for Zerg to close it out. And he's just going to go try for the kill here, but I don't think he's going to do that against the Planetary unless these Banes get a big hit.
Yeah, and this many turrets right now, but you know what? The Bane's actually coming in. He's killing it off. Down goes that 4th base, but he gave a lot for that.
Yeah, that is actually going to trigger a big counterattack, I'd have to say. There's no doubt about it.
But you know what? Kira is like not in position right now. He's really got to get his units together if he wants to counterattack. And by the time he gets there, we're going to have Ultralisks. We're going to have 3-3 done. We're going to have more Banelings once again.
Oh, man.
Ooh.
He's just doing so much work with these mines. Power of Drilling Claws.
Seriously. They have been very, very effective so far this game.
Oh! And he's going to start moving on to creep. There are some Banelings here, so he's got to be careful. That's a scary army. He has quite a supply lead in army. Up 30.
He just needs to delay a little bit longer here. These Ultras are going to come out. Chitinous plating is getting so close, but it looks like you're going to start attacking this 5th, so it may be the moment where he decides to actually attack in.
Nice Baneling hits once again, but this mine's got a couple of mutas as well.
He can't just give up this 5th.
No. Couple of fours there too. Oh yeah, that 5th is gone.
You know, I respect the fact he does not suicide in there.
Yeah.
He has Infestors about to pop out. He already has the Pathogen Glands for him. He has more Ultras coming out. Chitinous plating was just finishing. Like, it's important to get those upgrades.
Yeah.
You know, you have to actually have the right army. There's no reason to suicide to try to save a base. It's really important.
I mean, the worst case scenario. Oh, hold on a second. Worst case scenario is, you know, they're on even bases now, so it's not the end of the world. Oh wow, another big blunder with mutas there.
Yeah, you're definitely right, especially with the upgrades. By the way, he forgot Adrenal Glands on Zerglings. That's actually kind of a big deal.
Yeah, sometimes Zerg players will sometimes forget about it or just choose not to go for it. I think it makes more of a difference in Legacy at this rate. We're going to see that. If they forget it in that one, that's a huge mistake. But I think getting out enough Ultras, getting out those Infestors, and finding that right fight.
Well, here we go. If he gets a good fungal down, that can be absolute game-changing.
No, this is a bad place to be.
Yeah, out of every place on the map.
This is like the #1 bad place. Especially when you got Thors on the ramp like that, they're going to soak up so much and do so much to those Ultras.
Well, you know what? Even though Kier right now is looking pretty strong, he's got his 4th back up. He just killed the 5th of Sacsri, and he's got more supply. I think that this game isn't... You can't look at this like a normal TVZ because he has 3-3 and because he has Infestors and Ultras. So it's like very different. He actually has all these units that are super cost efficient against Saren if you get the right engagement.
Yeah, exactly right. Like, his army is that cost efficient at this point. It's just about finding the engagement, which is why we are seeing Kira just sit in the middle of the map off creep and start just trying to pick him apart with drops and great positioning.
Sacsri right now starting to get like a lot of intel. If you just look at the minimap, guys, look at all those red dots all over the place. Overlords checking for bases. He's got a good spread in. Oh, looks like Kira's starting to push in up here. Wants to keep that creep back. Notice he continually scans after it. Nice drop going down here at the 4th base.
Yeah, it's going to do a lot of damage, actually. 7 Dreads already going down. Baneling's on the way. He can just lift up, go to another base. The damage has been done. And while this is all happening, Sacri's trying to posture up for the correct fight against this kind of army. Creep is receding in a big way near that 5th as well. Ultra goes down.
It's quite a nice pickoff. Does remove that medevac, but the medevac absolutely worth its weight in gold there.
Oh, really? He's going to go for the Infested Terran behind this.
That's kind of weird.
I don't know if it's worth it, but now doesn't want to fight down the ramp either.
Down the ramp into a pocket.
Oh,
it's just, that is not a place where you can get good surface area, and it looks like he is going to go for it, throwing down some fungals, some pretty good fungals, and that's a lot of Ultras there, but he doesn't have anything else to tank damage.
Yeah, not really enough Lings either to help tie up these Marauders or anything. So many Widow Mines going to explode on top of these Ultras. Ooh. He's running out of steam in a big way.
Kind of just a painful place to engage. You know, and the thing is, this isn't Sacsri being bad, and Kier is always in the right position for these engagements. Yeah. He's like forcing these terrible fights for Sacsri.
He is so smart with his engaging. It's always one thing I really appreciated, and he just knows how to take these fights and whittle out the Zerg. And you know, he kind of reset the Ultra count from there. He reset the Queen count as well. So now it's going to go kind of like de-evolve back into this Ling Muta Bane army. It's going to make things a lot easier for Sacsri. Sorry, for Kure. Oh man, that mine hit.
Well, more mutas on the way. He got a greater Spire. Not sure what he's thinking with that. His economy isn't good enough to go Broodlord at all. He would like probably just die from wasting all that money on Broodlords, I would think.
Yeah, I think so. If he went for Broods here, like, Kure would just move around him. Like, he would literally just, like, to avoid the broods until like he absolutely had to fight and just counterattack for days.
Yeah, this is a really, really tough place for Sacsri right now. If he had another base already fully mining, maybe there would be a little bit more light at the end of this tunnel for him, but he's not dead yet. He does have Infestors. He does have a Greater Spire. Broodlord Infestor is still a good comp.
Yeah.
If you can pull it off.
If you can pull it off, you can get the fight. That's what it's all about. Yeah, he is going to go for the broods. I'm surprised, but we'll see if he can make it work. It's going to be about where he fights and how he's going to get to the Terran space without them just avoiding the broods and going for like a counterattack, or just multiple drops everywhere.
Well, drop coming up over here, just kind of directing his opponent to where he wants him to be so he can attack elsewhere. Some good moves by Cure, really dictating the flow of this game.
He gets another base for it, but you know that is 5 base versus 5 base now, so still, as long as Cure keeps it on equal bases, he's going to have that much more cost-efficient sort of trade-off.
Well, we are about to have 4 Infestors and 5 Broods, which is not exactly Broodlord Infestor. It's like a little bit low on both numbers.
Yeah, but you know they're in the right place for this kind of fight. He's going to see the Broods as well, so he'll probably want to stim underneath them if he gets a chance to do this. Oh, so close, and he gets it. That's a base down, man. That's actually a great move from Sacsri.
Yeah. And look at that. He actually forces him back with those Broodlords, as you said, in a great position on that high ground there. So he's playing a kind of a defensive game right now with some counterattacks in there with these Mutas.
Actually going to try and trade with these Marines. I'm not sure about that.
I thought there was only like a small handful to scare him away, but definitely more than that with 3/3 upgrades.
Yeah, never going to be a good trade. Now Sacsri's, he's actually stabilized. It looks like he's just going to be defensive Broods, and I'd be very surprised if he ever really decides to move out with them. Like if he just keeps them around his newer bases, keeps deflecting this Buyer army, it's going to force Cure to like invest into Vikings essentially.
Yeah, and if you start making Vikings in this situation, that's definitely not something that you want to do. I think he just needs to, continually move around the map. It looks like he's splitting his army into 2 pieces, which could give Sacsri a chance to kill each piece individually.
Yeah, that is a massive army heading towards those new bases. And at the same time, Broods are just so slow. This hatchery's going to go down before he even gets there, and that's a very inferior army to what Cure has right now.
Yeah. Looks like he definitely will lose that. He's going to go ahead and save this base.
He's going to actually give up all his, nearly all his Infestors, nearly all his Banes.
Oh man, he might lose both bases here. And GG, that's it. That's all Sacsri can do.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I actually was pretty impressed by Sacsri. I think he played nicely. I really liked the way he played, like the quick hive for the quick 3/3. I like the fact that he went for Infestors. Well, to be honest, I didn't really like the idea of going Broodlords there, but I guess that was maybe his last-ditch effort to try to play a turtley game and slow it down. Yeah,
it was a good defensive move, but Cure just reacted appropriately to it, just avoided them as much as can, or split attack, so they can't be everywhere at once, and they couldn't even actually be where they needed to be when you were defending as well. Like, he couldn't catch up to the army and just DPS down a lot of the drones and then nearly the hatchery. It was actually a very good game, and I like the mindset for the map as well, but this is such a bigger map. He decided to go late game like he did. Just needed a little bit more presence on the map and more creep spread.
But yeah, I mean, I truly did enjoy that TVZ, and I'm so impressed by Cure and the way that he fights these fights, forces these fights in these scary areas for Zerg, and the patience at the edge of creep.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I know what to do right here. This is not an issue. I'm getting my 3/3. I've already eliminated a lot of creep. Stand on top of this choke. You just can't do anything.
It's such a hard sort of way to fight against Terran. This is why I liked Cure so much when I saw him play a lot of TVZ back in the day as well. Like, he was so smart the way he fought it. He always had great positioning more than anything else, and he is very patient in this matchup.
Well, I think we can all see exactly what you were talking about from that game. I think that game really triple, underline, bold, italicized what you said.
Yeah.
That it left a voice recording on your answering machine of what you said. It was like just really fantastic play from Cure. But I think that Sacsri playing a game that nice, if he gets any sort of lead in the early game, I could absolutely see him killing Cure.
Yeah.
Because that was like some smart, cool play from him.
Yeah, he's certainly ready for this match.
Welcome to a GSL. I say that I would never surrender.
Oh yeah. I'm like, just like falling back into my little,
No, you're fine.
my quiet place. So I'm like, all right, Chase, this is your turn to talk. Anyways, down here in the bottom right, our Zerg player.
My insanity Sacsri.
You got it.
Got it.
My Insanity, a great team.
It is.
Up here in the top left, we do have the Terran player winning game 1.
Gene Green Wings Cure.
Okay, I got a question for you.
Uh-huh.
What team do you think is better, My Insanity or Yowie Flash Wolves? So those are the best two teams outside of Korea.
I think... I want to say My Insanity, because looking at Yoi right now, like...
It's like Parting, San, Leenock, a bunch of Taiwanese players that are actually quite good, but...
I think the only one that really rings with me right now is Parting. Leenock's not in a good place right now. San hasn't been in a good place for a while. Yeah, I think My Insanity could take him. I mean, it comes down to Rain versus Potting.
Yeah, I guess it really probably both those guys could all kill almost any team in the world.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sure.
You know, we certainly see a lot more My Insanity players around the world participating in a lot of different tournaments as well.
I mean, Parting and Leenock are pretty pretty active.
They travel. The Taiwanese guys don't, though. And
No, they really don't travel that much, do they?
San.
Well, I guess you said your very best players, right?
Yeah.
Limited budget. I mean, that's what you basically have to do.
That's true. Yeah.
And while they definitely have some strong Taiwanese, you can't compare it to Parting and Leenock.
No, certainly not. All right, let's have a look. Hatch first, later pool. And looks like it's just going to be the same build as last time for Cure. Actually, no, it's going to be gasless this time. Never mind.
All right.
Okay, so bringing back the old school.
Yeah. Build that isn't used too much anymore, but every now and then it does pop up.
It's a cute build. It still works out. Kind of changes things up a little bit. Gives you those Marines early enough. Gets that CC a little bit faster.
That seems like pretty safe overall.
Now this is the map where you can't put an Overlord, where you should be able to put an Overlord. I certainly remember that when Dark played on this map against Fantasy, I believe it was.
You learned it the hard way.
Yeah, he learned the hard way. He's like, he was learning maps as he was playing them in Casper Cup. It's so funny.
That can happen in tournaments from time to time.
Yeah, these new map pools. And the Overlord should survive. It's going to be pretty useless from here on out.
It just barely does make it through, but at least he doesn't lose it early like last game. Such a painful thing. Okay, I was wondering if he was going to do this with how late those gases were getting.
Yeah.
But pretty darn greedy build that we're watching here out of Cure.
Yeah.
And you know what? After denying that Overlord that hard, there's just no way Sacsri can even know.
There's really no way. It's so hard for Zerg to scout on this map. So it could be anything from here. I mean, if he scouts the front of the natural here, or even seeing the Marines, he's like, okay, I kind of get an idea of what your build might be. But beyond that, you know, it could still be 2 CCs instead of 3. Could be like a 2-base timing behind it with, you know, Hellbats or anything else. Sling might get a decent idea. Never mind. Oh, I still might see the CC. Might see the CC.
Did he? Hold on. That was funny because we looked over my PC and then I saw that they showed it, but I didn't see it. But yeah. Okay, so that was actually, I would say if you are Cure right now, you're like, why did I let that Zergling do that?
Yeah, it's like, oh man, like I shouldn't let that happen.
Now, 2 gases on the way and a hatch. I don't want to see Sacsri trying all in from here. It absolutely won't work if he does. I think
he's just kind of seen what he needed to see. He's like, okay, I can be very greedy from here. I'm just going to get my gases very late. So he got his gases around like 5:30, which is super late against Terran. But it means he does get those couple of extra queens out, which is going to help out for this map. It does mean he gets that 3rd base in a decent time as well.
And just droning really, really heavily at the moment. Double eBay going up here for Cure. That's going to be, we're going to need to see the double evolution chamber from Sacsri. Keep his upgrades on par. You really don't want to be that much later than your opponent, or, you know, one poor fight where you're down 2 upgrades. 2 upgrades is so many upgrades to be down.
Yeah, that is actually like game-ending sort of upgrades. It's like too much that your Marines become like Jim Raynor or something.
Bunch of Jim Raynors in there.
Bunch of Jim Raynors, man. And Yeah, they are pretty late, but we actually haven't seen Cure use his evades just yet either.
Okay, there we go. But that's fine as long as Sacsri starts his right up. It's a close enough window that it's unlikely.
More and more links being made as well, so maybe Sacsri going to go for a big hit here. Oh, look at this, a tank being made from Cure there. Oh my goodness.
I've seen this every now and then from some Terrans where they will make a siege tank or two to kind of complement one of these fast third bases, but I don't know.
I actually love seeing tanks in compositions as well. Like maybe like 1 or 2 tanks and then Widow Mines forever after that.
Yeah.
It makes it so hard for like Banelings to run by the mines and set them off because tanks are just triggering them. And look at the scout.
Well, yeah, he's going to see a lot of lings.
Oh wow.
He's about to see a whole bunch. Oh, wait, are they?
Oh, a lot of them are on the map already. Yeah. He went for that big scout with the Hellion. He does scout that there's no lair yet, but he has no idea this amount of lings are coming across the map, but thank God he has a siege tank.
Yeah, the siege tank going to be an absolute MVP here.
Look at that scan too. He's knows something's going on, so he's does everything he has to do. He's like, okay, from here I'm making another tank. I'm making bunkers at the top, then I'm canceling them. They're going to make barracks instead.
Well, that's what he needs to make some units right now. The 1-1 does finally start for Sacsri, but that is a little bit late. There definitely can be times in this game where he's down 2 upgrades, and it's not going to be 3-3 versus 2-2 necessarily.
I think Sacsri just gave it up. Like, he was going to go for it. He scouted the siege tank with that 1 ling, and then he saw that the Cure scanned his dead. He's like, okay, this is never going to work.
Yeah.
So he's actually going to play from here, which is interesting.
Well, do you think it would have been better to attack with mass Zerglings?
I feel like it is such a commitment that it's going to be so hard for him to like have like a normal game from this from here on.
Sure.
He droned that third so late. He got his third and fourth gas so late.
Well, I don't know what he can do with these lings. Like, I think the siege tank on high ground is like such a bad omen.
Yeah, it's kind of like, well, he made the right units for this. There's no way I'm going to get it done.
Yeah,
but
it's like
either way, it's like it's just such a bad situation for Sacsri to start it off. Not game ending for sure, but it's just it's a hard situation. Oh man, look at that.
Oh man.
Actually not a horrible trade.
Might be able to delay this base just slightly. No.
Not even it. Oh, he's not even gonna. He's like, he tried to bait the lift or something.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I know you're Overlord's waiting for that.
Well, looks like we all have that base mining now here for Cure.
I like that he started dropping creep as well, where the turret would go. So it's like cute, cute little play there.
Well, we do have 1-1 about to finish up here for Sacsri. More and more lings on the way right now. Maybe this is just kind of a delayed way to do it. Baneling speed is coming also. Taking that 4th base. Hey, if he gets like one really nice attack with the Ling Bane, he can get back into this. Like, he could just maybe, I don't know, flank this army.
Oh.
Because the way that he's positioned there, like, you could attack as a flank. It's like kind of hard to set up. You have to send him way around the other side. But
yeah, he's also got great creep spread around the center, so he should have a fair idea where this army is going, as well as that Overlord or Overseer. But not the worst position either. I like that this tank's coming with this army. It's going to make it a little bit trickier.
But that is definitely an army that he can kill off with the amount of Lings and Banes that he has without any real issues, especially if Baneling speed is done. He can crush this.
Yeah, and they're going to be on creep as well. It's going to be that much easier. What?
What?
That is ridiculous, and that should never be a thing, but it is. And here we go. Tank actually getting surrounded to start it off.
All right, well, that is a lot of units being taken out. Finally, Baneling speed finishes just after the battle begins. But he will just erase that army. Well done.
He tried for the pickup in the last second and failing. Still equal in supply though. Another tank is set up shop here. Gotta be careful of pushing.
Yeah, that was a little bit sloppy.
He lost so much supply then.
I tell you, the real mistake this game was not pulling those queens back just slightly from Marauder range. I loved those queens being there so much.
It was so funny.
Yeah.
Oh,
that would have been just the sick. He's like, no, you can't take that base. Even queens can hit it. But
I'm pretty sure that Marauder solid both of them or something. It's just, this is never going to happen.
I have no doubt.
Oh, tank, not in the best place here. This is a meter or two for it there. And here we go.
Well, at least he's going to be able to get his speed banes here on the creep. Not really the best connections. And he loses mutas as well.
Oh,
that's
man,
brutal.
This is way too many buyer. Look at the supply difference here. Up about 60 supply in army. This is a beatdown. I've ever seen one, Artosis.
Yeah, this is like almost completely over. Sacsri in such a tough place after getting that Zergling attack scouted, and just the fact that a tank was made, even if it wasn't scouted, I don't know what it would have done.
Yeah, just the sickest safety sort of tank build.
Yeah.
All you need is like 2 tanks, and you're immune to any sort of early aggression. It's crazy.
Well, I think we'll probably see a GG in just a second here, but I do want to talk more about that. The fact that he chose to go aggression. Talk about that in just a second. It's a good fill in between the games.
GG.
And yeah, Cure up 2-0. You might be right about this move. It might be that 3-0.
Maybe. It's certainly looking that way. That was domination.
Yeah. Okay, so I've had this like theory on how to correctly choose whether or not to do like some sort of like all-in type of attack. And how to decide that based on the time at which you scout what your opponent's doing. For instance, that game, he scouts at its 3cc, and he didn't throw up his gases till after that. Whenever I see something like that, I want to scream at the top of my lungs, do not all in, because if you're already on a road, like if you're already mining gas, right? Or you're already kind of planning to be aggressive, I think you can crank it up a notch and it can absolutely work or even be a great choice.
Yeah.
But I think if you try to reactively do it after you scout it, it's always too slow.
It's way too slow. You know what he should have done? Like, if he was planning to be aggressive on that map, in maybe that situation, it should have been gas before pull, starters. And so he does have 100 gas the moment it finishes, so he can go for speedlings or roaches. I think roaches would be a better choice in that situation as well. But yeah, you never usually see a Zerg player go for that kind of aggression if they are going gases expand with extra queens. It is so slow. It's way too slow. And I mean, he had a tank out. He was ready for this kind of thing to happen as well.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like you scout it and you weren't already doing an aggressive build. What do you think? He's just going to continue to be greedy all game long, and just like never have defense? Of course, he's going to like do something.
Yeah.
But maybe a poor choice out of Sacsri. I gotta be honest, other than that, I still actually kind of like his play. He had good creep spread. He had some cool ideas. You know, he kind of skipped over the whole Mutalisk thing to try to crush some armies and whatnot. He tried to harass the back of the minerals of the queens. I appreciate these things. I think they're cool.
No, I do like it when you see Zergs kind of like make a Link-Bane army so big he just wants to swallow that first attack and go for a counterattack.
Yeah.
And then go into Mutas later. Yeah, I think it's very smart, especially if you got the creep spread behind it.
Well, might be a 3-0 coming up. We will see. Cactus Valley gonna be our third map, guys. Already loading up. Sacsri against Cure. Can Sacsri take a game?
Well, it's going to be hard. Cactus Valley, not the best map against Terran, but I think Cure is very comfortable in this macro sort of map situation.
All right, let's see it. This, of course, is the GSL Code A, brought to you by HOT6. With HOT6 and Moonglade. I think I need a HOT6. Top left!
My Insanity Sacsri.
Got it.
Got it.
Nailed it.
Yeah, that was perfect, man. That was perfect. Sacsri, one game away from getting eliminated. And it's going to be to this guy in the bottom right, the Terran.
G-Nair Green Wings Cure.
Not a bad position for Sacsri, you know, cross map. It's going to give him a lot of time to get the shop up and running. Throw down that creep, get 4 bases. From there, Ling Mutabane all day long.
Sick.
That's what I want to see, Artosis.
I'd love to see it. I love Ling Mutabane.
He did go for a faster hive there in that map that was bigger, the Iron Fortress.
Yeah, and you know what? I think it was well, he went 3-3 and then into Ultra, and I kind of like that. The thing is, I think the reasoning behind this in that game, like he was pretty low on mutas pretty much all game long. Like the mutas I felt like were there to make sure drops can't kill him more than anything else, whereas a lot of people depend on those as their long-term units. I felt like he wanted more Ling Bane to control those ground fights more powerfully, to be able to go hive quickly, to be able to get some infestors and ultras. Like I think that was his end game, as opposed to these people that play Ling Bane Muta all day long and just are like, well, I have 25 mutas, and I'm like playing a chess game against you at this point. You know?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe that's just kind of like a Sacsri style nowadays that he likes to do.
It certainly is more rare to see, see a Xerxes be so inclined to go for Hive. I think this map would be good for it, especially because of the positioning and how big it is. It's like one of our biggest maps, and in these positions, like, you have a lot of time.
Yeah. I can't think of the name of this map right now.
Cactus Valley?
No, not this map, but the map, the map with the octopus in it that we had.
Oh,
you know the one where Terrence just went drop skin Zerg all day?
Oh man.
Like
I can't remember it. Saved my life.
God, yeah. What is with us? Oh my God, we couldn't get dual sight, and now this one, it's like
with an octopus in the middle of the map.
Yeah, you remember it was a sand map. It was 4-player. No, it was 3-player. Huge wide open main in the bottom spot.
Oh, 3-player. God.
We had some crazy, crazy games on that map, but it was like where they would just pick up and then move 2 centimeters and drop out, and your mutas would have to run away because it would take forever for the lings to get there.
Oh.
You must remember this map, or I'm doing a terrible job explaining it to
I can't remember it.
Drops were too good against Protoss on that map, so Artosis downvoted the map.
Yeah, it's probably I probably like forgot that map pretty quick.
Anyways, I'm trying not to think of that map when I look at this map.
Yeah.
Because I hated that map so much that it's going to make me just completely hate this map. Anyways.
I do like this map for TVZ though. I actually find it to be a great map. It's a very just juicy macro map, which is something I always like to see. Look at that. Pulling back on the last hits of both. Kira's on point. He's in the zone right now.
Yeah, very well done on that micro.
And that's 3 Reapers into Hellions, so he wants to keep applying the aggression here. He's going to wait for them to heal up with the drugs. Yummy, yummy, and then go for that Queen.
All right, here they go. Come in again, and they get it, but he's going to lose a Reaper for it.
Paid the price, but I think it's worth the Queen, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely would agree with that. Well, right now he is finishing up, of course, his factory. Has that 3rd command center almost halfway done. A lot of lings on the way.
Oh yeah, he's going for a big counterattack behind this.
Ooh.
There's a lot of lings, and well, it's going to be about, if he blocks off that natural, he's going to have to lift it up and wait for Hellions.
Yeah, that definitely could be very, very annoying to deal with.
He's going to try block it up. That's 1 Lone Depot. He ain't going to do it.
Yeah, I think he'll pretty much be fine.
Yeah, he's going to be so careful of surrounds there. You know, only 2 Hellions. Can't really kite them properly. He's going to run into a bunch of lings.
Oh! Wow, that was really, really close.
That was really close, but still not a great position. The lings are going to get to the main.
Oh, no, they're not. Way out of position, but look at that. 2 full mules, 3 SCVs.
He lost the 2 Reapers and the 2 Hellions as well.
Wow, that went really well for Sacsri right there.
Wow, this is
taking
like
a big advantage.
It's like a move that should never happen, but happened. It's like something that, I mean, can very rarely happen if the Terran is being that careless.
Yeah, the fact that he went that far out there without any true intel on what was going on from Sacsri's side with only 2 Hellions, wasn't even able to kite on the runaway, so these lings really did a ton of damage, guys.
Yeah, that was sick.
Like 2 full mules, don't underestimate that. I don't know if those things might have gotten 1 trip each, so.
Yeah, not to mention there's the units that you need for like map control and harassment. It gave him so much space to get that 3rd up and running, to get the lair, you know, no sort of damage coming. He's going to throw down a spine just to be safe.
I like it. You get ahead like that, throw down your spine. Be extra careful. You don't want anything stupid to just end the game for you, because right now he's at an advantage, no doubt.
Yeah. Look at that supply advantage. I mean, he's doing great right now. Up about 20 workers as well.
It's a pretty big deal.
It's just going to be bio once again. I mean, he does have that 3rd orbital, so it's not like at the end of the world either.
Couple of evolution chambers and engineering bays starting up at approximately the same time. These guys realizing this game is going to go longer.
Nice harassment with these Hellions as well. Lings are actually on the other side of the map, and oh my god, that shouldn't happen.
Oh, that's
a mistake.
That is a maddening thing when your walling is not.
Well, he had it like blocked off with a Hellion and a few Marines, but like they just killed the Hellion and came in.
Oh, this is so much damage as well.
Oh man, it's a bit of a disaster of a game. I mean, I guess Kira's got like some games to burn, but he shouldn't be losing it like this.
Yeah. This is going to be a tough one for him to come back from.
Yeah, it's going to be very difficult.
What does he actually do to come back? Because this is cross spawns Cactus Valley. Sacsri is basically taking no damage, and
he's like double the worker supply.
Yeah.
I think it's a very hot place. It's all about Sacsri closing it out more than Cure trying to come back into this. Like, if Sacsri makes a mistake or two and gives Cure like enough time or just a better engagement, maybe Cure can come back into this. But I think it's at this point very difficult because we could see like a huge Link Bane attack. We could see him go into like a lot of mutas and just harass a lot and then go for an eventual attack on the third base.
Well, that Spire's about to finish. We'll see. I guess he'll probably just spend all of his gas there. A lot of Lings on the way right now. Definitely could see some aggression coming up towards that third base.
20 Lings. Muta's going to be popping soon. There we go. Oh, it's such a hard third base to defend for Terran. You know, he needs a bunker down there. He needs nuggets around with the Hellions. Ooh. Once again, another bad fight.
Yeah, Sacsri just all over the place with these Zerglings right now. Doing a very good job. Does save his economy, but again, losing that many Hellions. 12 mutas on the way. 1-1 and Baneling speed about to finish. We do have 1-1 in combat shields on Cure's side coming up as well, though.
Yeah, finally making a bunker as well. Oh, the double drop is ambitious, but I think poorly timed considering what could be coming his way. What is coming his way.
Well, you know what? Maybe he holds on against this, and the mutas are so far across the map that this drop could do a lot of damage. It's risky, but if it pays off, he can get right back into this game.
Yeah, it could be the money hit there. But really, it's about defending. How's he going to defend this natural? Because he's coming in hot, and he should be going for it. Oh, not even lifting the supply depot here.
Oh, boy.
Too busy focused on that double drop.
Now he's going to roll in here. Baneling's going towards that third base. Muta's in the natural, going up into the main.
Great spreads as well on those Lings. Not taking too much damage. But here we go. The main base. It's going to create a lot of havoc. And you might even get that lair.
And well, with all these Lings, though, it seems like Sacsri's just dealing way too much damage. He's on top of these barracks right now, so it's going to take a long time to get enough units out to do anything. But nothing really dealing right now with those Marines in his main.
Yeah, he's making some Banelings down in the natural though, so that should be able to clean them up easily enough, and that's going to force, I think, Cure to just tap out. It's just no way.
Yeah, look at this, 49 SCVs lost. That is most certainly too many SCVs to go down.
Yeah, Muta's getting kind of cleaned up from the mines, but such a bad place. Oh, man.
And that's the end of the economy.
66
Zero workers.
Wow.
Zero.
Literally 0 workers.
One worker.
Cure should be letting this one go. So
Sends the worker over. He's like, all right, I'm going to transfer this SCV to the third base.
The most exposed base of them all.
May as well. I guess
the
it
closer
doesn't
you
matter.
are to danger, the further you are from harm.
He's like, this one has the most minerals at it, so that's where I'll mine from. All right, well, it's just a matter of time before Cure taps out here. He lost way too much.
Oh, man.
Not even the best Widowmine hits in the universe would help him, and those were terrible Widowmine hits.
Annihilated the Medivac. GG. Sacsri puts a game on the board. Nicely done. Well played.
Yeah, I definitely. It still looks like Cure is going to take the series, but that was some sloppy stuff. You know, a little bit risky running out there with what he had, and Sacsri really capitalized upon it. Got a lot of damage in with that first Ling attack, and then that next one that went through the wall. Oh my God!
Yeah, some really mishaps there. Really big mishaps. He's going to be a little bit more careful. Maybe just he was willing to let that map go. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
wasn't too focused on that one. Wants to go back to his map choice here.
Yeah, he's got 2 maps now to try to finish this series out, and of course this quick little commercial break that we'll go to in a moment. But looks like you're finally wrong, Moonglade.
I'm finally wrong today.
Yeah,
damn
it's about time.
Yeah, man, I messed up.
Like a reverse werewolf. Once a month you're wrong. How would that be, a reverse werewolf? I don't know.
I have no idea. I'm a Moonglade, I guess.
A full moon.
Full moon tonight.
Yeah.
I got it wrong.
Maybe. It's too cloudy to tell. Guys, we're going to go to a quick commercial break. And when we come back, game number 4 between Cure and Sacsri.